we really want to ride on the convergence of the demographic dividend. We're trying to ride on what Modi has done on its incredible transformation in terms of public policy, what Rajan, as you've been talking about, has recently done over the last couple of years. It has been absolutely incredible, and India is on a very long trajectory of growth. We know that the World Bank has forecast 7.5% for 2016 and 17. We look at those numbers being, having a very long trajectory.
Now, what makes the timing right this time round, John? Because this is, of course, the second time that you have launched an India fund.
Correct, and this is a sort of perfect moment. I mean, we have Modi being in government for the last 20 months. He has performed. He has a track record now, and the track record has been whether it's been on corruption, it's been on introducing tax reform with the GST. It's on a whole lot of fronts. At the same time, we have this incredible demographic dividend, which I've just spoken about, that is the convergence. I see that India will transform itself over the next 5 years into a very special investment destination, both for institutional investors and for retail investors, and that's what the fund is offering.
So why pay, John, for an actively managed fund when you can buy an ETF?
Well, India is a particularly separate market. I mean, I will look at it and give you an example. I mean, there are certain stocks in India that you cannot buy in an ETF, and it's simply because those stocks are restricted to foreigners at a certain level. Well, by actively managing that, we trade ourselves into that stock and give ourselves the advantage. And in fact, that has been the case with our joint venture managers in Kotak Mahindra Bank, the fourth largest private bank in India, which has had a stellar record in managing offshore Indian equities.
Okay, John, let's get a little bit more detailed in terms of the investments that you like in India at the moment. I know that you're watching the financial services space very closely. What about technology in India?
Well, technology makes up about 9% of the CNX 500, and it's a very important part because, of course, it brings export dollars into India. But we're also, India is a consumption story, so we are looking very closely at that consumption story. We're looking at those stocks in those particular areas. Obviously, we look at energy. I think the fundamentals are no doubt financial services and as I've said to you, the consumption story in India today.